Hi. Lucy Connolly, jailed 2.5 years for putting up what was admittedly a vile, incendiary and disgusting tweet on X, is, after appeal, to remain imprisoned. While I have no support or sympathy for her sentiments, I do completely believe her sentence was insanely out of proportion to a minor offence, as were the string of prosecutions and sentences handed down in the aftermath of last summer's riots on mostly first-time offender working-class people for trivial virtual non-offences. Exactly the same thing occurred in the wake of the 2011 riots. The populist right, along with Boris Johnson, writing in the Daily Mail, claim this is an example of a police state or two-tier policing, while the Liberal left applaud the tough stance of the courts. All are either downright hypocrites or completely political illiterates. When the same sentencing policy has recently been applied to some eco-activists, the populist right have been ultra-supportive of the judge's decisions, with both sides is having your cake and eating it. What they all fail to realise is that it's not only the Labour government, per se, that's becoming more authoritarian, although it certainly is, with the figure of Starmer hovering over both last year and as the head of public prosecutions in 2011. But this is something common to all previous administrations. While contending factions cheer the state repression of the other, we're rapidly moving not only into more two-tier policing, Kafkaesque scenarios ruled by law, but from authoritarianism into forms of totalitarianism and naked repression from all parts of the state machinery. There's little critique, apart from a handful of doughty campaigners, and even understanding of what we've allowed the state to become, all-encompassing, a thing in itself, both puppet and puppeteer of respective governments, surrounded by mega surveillance on all conceivable levels, from spy cops to omnipresent CCTV cameras, through to uncontrollable artificial intelligence and algorithms, and becoming tools of governments and control. This is something us anarcho-types have warned about for years. Just remember also the lockdown during the COVID period, enforced, dreamt up by none other than Boris Johnson himself, where arbitrary victims of policing were working class, arrested, charged, fined. Lucy Connolly will serve her sentence and emerge with support and sympathy due to a high profile, able to resume her previous lower middle class life, which is more than the majority of those imprisoned will, some having lost everything as a result. Bye.